Hi friends, it's Velvet. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have a little project that I wanted to do. And it involves kind of two things. One is, all of these are digitals that I've printed off. I don't think any of them are mine. These are ones that I've bought. And if I don't do something with them right away, they sit and they sit and they pile up and pile up and pile up. And then I get overwhelmed. So I thought these ones that I printed yesterday and this morning, I would bring down, put them here. There's a lot more to go with these. And just figure out what I want to do with them. Like, this is just, you know, kind of insert paper, I guess. It would be just kind of a plain page for your journal. So I'm going to cut down, even though I do borderless, one side will always be borderless. It's the first side that prints, if I'm not mistaken. And then the second side has just a little tiny line there. And I want to take that off. But here's the thing. You can do a couple different things with that. You could tear it off, like I'm doing right now. Or you could sew down it. You could glue some lace there. Whatever you want to do. So I'm just going to take the edges off of a couple of these and then figure out what I actually want to do with them. These are pretty. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to link to the places on Etsy where I got these. Now the other thing is, what if you print something that didn't actually work? This was supposed to print the other way. For some reason, it printed this way, both sides. So, I thought maybe we'd bring that into this. You know, what to do if... Actually, I'm going to do it this way because I think it'll be easier for me to see. What to do if you misprint. What to do with all those things that you don't know what to do with. And there's lots you can do. Especially, look at that. Especially if you've printed on like thick paper, for example, you could make tags. You could make tucks. You could make envelopes. See, that's still got a little bit there, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm just going to set that aside. Now, here's one that did print correctly. That's the same thing. Isn't that pretty? I'm just going to take this edge off here. And what I'm doing with the little pieces I'm taking off, I'm putting them in this wastebasket thing that I have. And I use all of those in my blender to make paper. Upcycle paper, I guess I should say. Because I'm not really making paper. You're just blending it down into a pulp. And make it into your own thing. See, the back prints nicely. So this is another one from the same collection that actually printed properly. Same here. So, in this particular collection, all of the pages came, all of these were squares in the middle of an 8.5 by 11. So it was like this, but in the middle was this thing. So what I ended up doing was I cropped all of them down into the squares that they were. And then I cropped further into 8.5 by 11. And they printed nicely. I did that with a few things. Here's a couple that here's some that I made mistakes on. And I really like to show you. Is this not the most beautiful paper you've ever seen in your life? This is from... Oh, I don't remember the site, but I got 100 of these, very inexpensive, and they're just the most gorgeous florals I've ever seen. I think I thought I was printing this on heavier weight paper so that I could make tags out of them, but that's not what happened. So I have a different idea. And I'll show you in just a minute once I get a few more of these done. Apologies, my dogs are going nuts down here as per usual. They're running around playing. I had to break them up. They were in a fight earlier over treats. I gave them each one of their favorite treats, and one of them stole the other ones. I don't know who, but it's not nice to name names. Okay, so here's a clue as to what I plan to do. But let me just cut this off. It didn't work very well, did it? Crazy dog alert. Now these will be very nice to chop up and make into new paper. All right, do a few more of these and then we will work on using them. I just cannot get over how lovely these papers are. I think you could frame these, put them on a wall. And the beauty about this is that you could fold these any way you want to, and they look like they're right side up. So it just really doesn't matter. You could do a tall skinny, or a short fat, or regular size, provided you print them properly. These absolutely should have printed properly, but I had my settings wrong, and I didn't realize it until I'd already printed all of them, and I went in the other room and said, oh, crud. One more and then we'll move on. Okay, that's good enough for now. Apologies if I'm shaking that. All right, so here's some of the stuff. So what I want to do is, so that's a perfect square now. So it doesn't matter how you fold it, it's going to look like this. But once you fold it, what do you do with it? Because it's going to be shorter than some of the rest of your pages in your journal, right? If you rely on 8.5 by 11 folded, it's just not going to be, it's not going to be perfect. So let's figure that out together. And I will say, I have not made a tall skinny yet. So it's entirely possible that these could be part of a tall skinny. They'll just be shorter than they would be. Okay, now see, there's a crease down there. I could leave it, or I could, see, it sort of looks like this is supposed to print like that. Yeah, it is. I'm gonna leave it then. I'm just gonna do this. And then here you've got a regular page. That would probably look lovely with this inside, wouldn't it? We'll get there when we get there, though. We're just doing a little bit more folding. So I hope you've grabbed some of your digitals and you're joining me, because it's always nice to use up the stuff that you've got. Isn't that pretty? And there's the one that didn't work out, but that's okay. This is just a nice neutral page that I really liked. I think I used 2 different kits for a couple of these, but they look so nice together. All right, so here's what we have. We have our normal 8.5 by 11s that printed properly, and then we have these that did not print properly. What do you think we should do? Obviously, this is not enough for a journal, but we can always add to it. We can add some book pages. We could add some braille. We could add some packaging paper, envelopes, all sorts of things. Here's what I'm tempted to do. Take this and make it the front of a signature. And then put some of these smaller ones in. And maybe use a neutral page. Or, well, yeah, let's use a neutral page. Then let's put another one of these in. Let's use this one. And let's, how about this pretty page? So that could be the start of one signature. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already. We could add a book page, that'd be 6, an envelope, that'd be 7, and something else that we find, 8 pages. That's a good size signature. So let's start another one. This could be our front. We could go like this. That looks too much like that. Let me see. Do I have another one that's not exactly like... There we go. Let's trade these. There's that. And we could put a neutral in here. So we're up to 3. We'll do this. 4. And then this is 5. So these are how, and I've got one left, but I've got a lot more that I could cut up. So this is how it would look as you're flipping through. And every single one of these pages can be written on, which is pretty cool. And of course we'll decorate. See, because the print is so light that I just feel like you could write on that. You could even write on this. If you had a black Sharpie at like a fine point black Sharpie, you could write on that. And then there's your middle, but it probably wouldn't be my middle. I would probably put something a little bit more exciting than a polka dotted page. And then this is the other one. Isn't that gorgeous? The other thing you could do is you could sew or glue some lace on the sides too, and then they'll almost reach the regular size here. Oh, these look pretty together, don't they? And there we go. All right, so that is something that you can do. What else can we do? We can, all right, here's some more stuff. This is on a little bit heavier paper. This is a Nina paper that I just got. That's not real heavy like I like to make tags out of, but it's heavy enough. So let's get this back out. And we'll cut this little miscellaneous edge off of here. Throw it in the bin. Set it aside. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Take the edge off. Isn't that gorgeous? Of course, I will link to the kits that I used. So if you're interested, you can pick them up yourself. And here's another one. This is all part of the same set. Now, these are not so thick that you couldn't, fold them and make them into pages. and they'd be really lovely. But for now, I think maybe we should, oh, let's keep this out. We should make some tags. And that's the reason I printed them with the backing that's very neutral. So, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And that's perfect at 3 inches. We could leave that whole thing. Just like this, nice and tall. And then let's go right here for this one. Another nice tall one, but thinner. Now this could go in half and make pockets out of. And I know that I did this on a previous video, but it can't hurt to show you again using your digitals that you've amassed. That's obviously not the middle, but I don't care. Ooh, let's do something different. Let's make it not the middle. Look at that. That's just kind of cool, huh? All right, now I'm gonna round these upper corners. Yeah, let's make a rounded corner, whoops, tag. Why not? Nobody said tags have to, oh, why is this not cutting right? I'm gonna try the bigger one here. Huh. There, that one worked. I'm gonna put a hole in there. There we go. I like using the big ones. The big eyelets. Okay. Do that while that's right in my hand. Oh, that's really off. Oh well. I think I'll do, oops, there's all my my little tape words. There. They never look even to me. I really don't think they look even. That's the strangest thing. Unless I use 2 different ones, which is entirely possible. And in fact, probable. Whoops. Thank you. All right. Now, these could even go in the basket to throw into the paper making. All right, now we are going to, actually, I'm going to fix this because it's going to drive me crazy if I don't. Good enough. Now let's ink these up. I am using the new color that I got, Gathered Twigs, I think. Yeah. I have not bothered to look to see if I already have it. I'm afraid to. I feel like if I already had it, though, I would have been using it because I really like the color. And actually, I do have another color here that I wouldn't mind using. That's kind of a rusty color. Oh, Rusty Hinge it's called. So yes, it is kind of a rusty color. That's really cool. I think I'd like to do more of those. Oh, you know what I want to do? Let's round these corners. At least on this one. There. Yeah, that looks nice, doesn't it? Just has a more finished look, I think. This might be the perfect weight for a pocket like this. is strong enough to, you know, withstand pulling things in and putting things in and taking things out of it. But it's not so strong that it doesn't have give. And let's do a little decorating. Why not? What can we use? I'm going to pause and grab some stuff and we can decorate these together. Okay, I am back. I've gotten out a little bit of lace. Some things that I have cut out of a book that I thought would be cool. These are just some stickers that I've got, more lace, and then I have this whole package of stuff. It's almost like it's a junk journal kit that I can just use some of this stuff. I think some of them are things that I made, like that is. Little snippets of wallpaper. These are cool. Just all sorts of little things that I can put on here. Things that I forget that I have. So let's start with this one. This would be great. A person eating a big meal might swallow more than 200 times. Did you know that? Breast reduction is the 5th most popular plastic surgery procedure for men. Isn't that crazy? Brussels sprouts are ranked as the most hated vegetable in America. I love them. A normal person's bladder holds about 16 ounces of urine. They'll feel the need to go when it's about 3/4 full. So I got these all from a Did You Know type of book, and it's just fun. It seems the longer couples stay together, the more their likenesses grow. A study by Robert Zajonc, a psychologist at the University of Michigan, found this to be the case. But this is the one I think that I wanted. Beautiful young people are accidents of nature, but beautiful old people are works of art. How cool is that? Eleanor Roosevelt. I'm going to just rip the bottom off of here. I cut it the way I did in case I wanted to use the other side. Now I just want to ink this up. I had used my Tim Holtz, the tonic decollage trimmer to trim all these out of book pages. So, all right, so that can go there. But wouldn't it look nice on top of a little lace? These are just some little doodads. I guess these are appliques. I guess that's why they're in a little bag by themselves. I don't want to use appliques on this. And these are very white. So, what if we were to use something, oh, pretty. But, okay, so I have this thing. It comes from being a newspaper writer and editor for a long time. If you're going to use a photo, you want it to face inward, not outward. So if I put it there, she'd be facing out. If I put it here, she's facing in. And the reason for that is because it draws the viewer's eye into the story. In this case, it would draw the viewer's eye into the center of the pocket. And it's kind of a cool thing to do. But I think she's a little too big for there. I can use her on that. And that would look cool. We've got a bunch of little tabs here. That's cool. What else have we got? Cute little bunny. Alice in Wonderland thing. Apologies as I go through this. I don't really know what I've got here. Oh, that's cute. Look at that. Huh. Elegance is a beauty that never fades. Pretty. Ooh, we should do something with that too. That's a cute tag. Little pocket. Cute, cute. Could probably do that. Let me punch this hole. There. I'm just gonna go like this so you can't see the white there. And go around the edges. Want to make it look more like a real ticket. Scrunch it up. And then go over some of the creases that you made. There we go. There. Looks a little bit more realistic to me. There. What else did I grab? I thought that I grabbed, yeah, I thought so. Just like the off-brand chipboard pieces, just to see if there's a little something that I want to put on here. I don't want to cover up this, though. Oh, there we go. That's just a number. That could go right there, couldn't it? A little bit more height and texture. I'm gonna go like, oh, let's go like that. There we go. And there, our pocket is done. Just using a page that was really meant to be a page in a journal, and we have made it into something useful to go into a journal. Let's do a tag here. This is quite lovely up at the top, so why don't we focus down here? What have we got here? Tall and skinny works for me. We could do a ticket on here. And something in between here to break up the two similar colors. Just because I know I'm going to have to anyway, how about if I cut this little butterfly off of there and see how that would look. Go like that. Are you saying no, don't do it? It would certainly work a lot better if I had my glue gun plugged in, but I do not. So I just briefly thought about rounding the edges there, but changed my mind. I can't tell which way it's supposed to go. I think that's the back. I like to use Fabri-Tac, but this is open and it's right here. So let's just see. That doesn't want to stay, but I just feel like I could do that and make it stay. I could also put a little clip on that. Oh, that really does not want to stay, does it? Probably should have gotten the Fabri-Tac out or plugged in my glue gun. All right, let me... Oh, that does not want to stay. This could be a good place to put a staple. And this may help a little bit. I'll grab this and see if it's something I could do. It doesn't go far in. Oh, here's what I could do. Don't think I can do my crisscross very well here, but we'll see. Oh, it worked. Okay. And if it doesn't stay, I will plug in my glue gun and just kind of squirt a little bit underneath the wings if I have to. I like it. What do you think? And then, of course, once we get the eyelets in, let's see. I'll use this color. It seems to match this. So I don't know if I mentioned this, but I finally figured out how to use this. I could never figure out which way you were supposed to put the eyelet in. And then I realized that right down here it says base. And there's a picture of the eyelet going in. So the top of the eyelet is there. And the base would be down here. So your paper. Never noticed that before. And of course I didn't read the directions. There. Perfect every time. I like it. Okay, let's see. This is just so gorgeous as it is. I don't know what to do. Do not know what to do with this because it is just so pretty. I could put a word here, or we could do something up here. Why not? Right? Journal. What else could we put on here? This, she was going to go on this. Let's put that over there. Now that is an interesting napkin. Look at that. Huh. I don't know how I'll use it, but it's pretty cool. It's cute. Oh, I don't know. I am just not finding what I really want to use. Maybe something like that, but I think I have to rip the edges. Ink it a little bit. And then we'll do this. My husband's just outside the window with Odin. Is that enough? It might be, actually. I'm going to do a brown eyelid in this. And the reason I say it's enough is because I just don't want to take away from this beautiful picture. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You know, I find too much on a page takes away from the original intent. But then I tend to like what other people do, so I guess it's just not for me. There's that all done. And then our last thing is this one. We know we wanted to put this in the corner here. That's pretty cool. We're going to put that in the corner. Let's put a word. Let's see. Fortune favors the brave. What you seek is seeking you. Okay. Let's see if we can get the sticker off of the backing. It'd be nice if I could without a whole lot of effort. I don't want to make this video too long. There we go. Odin's down here now. Does that look even? Good enough, I think. Let's see. What you seek is seeking you. I always like to put like threes. Something. Let me see what I've got in my. Hey guys. Hey. Do you need to do that right now, right here? I should have put this down first. Let's see if this will come up easily. Yes, it will. Okay, I'm just going to go like that for now. I'm going to rip a little... Guys, come on! Apologies for the nonsense. A lot of nonsense going on here. Boys! Okay, I'm just going to put kind of a blob of glue here for this. Oh, look, I just bent it and that looks cool. Of course, this is going to go over top of it. You won't be able to see that, but that's okay. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue because I don't want this to peel back. Well, you kind of can't tell that's back there. You can kind of see it sticking out there and there. That's pretty funny that I did that. Oh, well. Now, what else was I going to use right here? Oh, what you seek is seeking you. Okay. Maybe I just put this little guy too. going to say that thing really does not want to be on this page, does it? There we go. I am going to put some glue on the back of this too. A more permanent. There. All right. And now I think I'll call that done. And we are done with the video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you got a little something out of this, and you'll grab your digital printouts and do something with them today. Thanks so much for stopping by and for hitting like and subscribing. I appreciate you. Bye.